No, I looked up the definition of magic and the definition of science. And when you look up definitions of magic, you get things like magic is the otherworldly, mysterious power to influence things in impossible ways, and magic is the delightful and the extraordinary. Magic is associated with words like enchantment and delusion and sorcery and wonderful and fantastic. And then you look up the definition of science, and it is the methodical observation of the physical world. And so I thought, again, easy. Which one do you prefer?
I prefer a different dictionary.
But magic also is associated, science is associated with classifying things, sorting things out, thinking, reasoning, rationality, whereas magic is letting go and believing and catching a falling star and making a wish and using the force. So magic is also a lot more pleasant, I think.
Are we into debate mode now? Are we? Sorry. I have to stop myself from agreeing with Jackie on lots of these points. Science is about taking things apart and looking at the way they work. But it doesn't end there. I think that's the beginning of science. I think in order to... And the idea that science is about questions is really what lies at the heart of science. Science... I could just sit here and say what's good about science is microphones, projectors... artificial fabrics, glasses, machines that can make clothes, air conditioners, glass, the chairs you're sitting on, the products that are in your hair. I could do this all day long. All these things come from science, but they don't come magically from science. They come from looking at how the world works first, and then thinking, well, okay, I've worked that out, but this means that I now don't understand this, or now that I've worked this out, then maybe I can do this. So knowledge leads to more questions, I think, is the key to science. The day we run out of questions, there'll be no reason to live, I think, but I don't think we'll ever run out of questions. And I think that's the greatest gift that science gives us, the knowledge that there's no end to learning new knowledge.
No, I'm not going to agree with you, because we are... I always want to agree, but no. In response to that, I have two things to say. First of all, in response to your list of the achievements of science, I would like to refer to, well, you know what I'm going to refer to, TNT, the atomic bomb, the smart bomb, CFCs, leaded petrol. Did you know that the same person who invented the CFCs also invented leaded petrol? People say he's the single organism that has done the most damage to the environment. Anyway, and I can keep going with that list. And I'd probably end with the alarm clock. But also in response to what you said, questions are wonderful, but scientists are always finding answers to questions. So when you think of magic, I think magic is not just about sorcery, it's also something otherworldly, it's something extraordinary. It's things like music. I think there's some magic in music, and things like love and a baby's smile and mist on a distant mountain and things like that. So you can have this magical response to those things, and then you can have a scientist step in and say, the reason that the music is working for you is because the way that your ear canal works, and the reason that you love someone is chemistry, and loving your baby is biology, and what the mist is in fact, and they tear everything apart, and so they're answering questions. The magic is in the questions, and the scientists find the answers to the questions. And poets have been annoyed with scientists for a long time. People like Byron and Keats were so angry with Isaac Newton. Keats has lovely, do you know the lines in Keats had about, I was going to try and remember them. Philosophy. Philosophy is the word that you probably know, that people used to say philosophy for science. And Keats said, philosophy will clip an angel's wings, conquer all mystery by rule and line, empty the haunted air and nomad mine, unweave a rainbow.